first question is, when did you guys decide to start Relentless trading?
All right, when do we decide to start Relentless trading? Well, I started trading many years ago. I thought it would be a great idea to teach myself to learn how to trade on YouTube, right? So I really wanted to branch out into the financial markets, and I had a pretty good idea of what direction I wanted to go. So I decided to jump on YouTube and learn how to buy calls and puts. So I jumped on there. I spent a few months learning, and then jumped directly into the markets and started buying calls and puts. And probably the worst thing that could have happened to me is I won, my first couple trades. I won a decent amount of money, and automatically I thought I had it all figured out, which of course I did not. So I had plenty of highs and lows over the next couple years that I traded that way. I ended up over the couple year period netting out with a loss of maybe a couple $1,000s. So not big money, but it sparked me to want to get better, get more educated, and be more consistent. So that year I went to a seminar to try and learn a little bit more about the direction I wanted to go. There I met my business partner, and we kind of collaborated on what we thought we might want to do for trading strategies. We spent about $20,000 on these courses that we went to, and we learned a ton of different stuff. And we learned everything from ratio back spreads to stuff you'd never really use in the market, or at least I wouldn't. And what we realized in taking those courses is, one, they were really expensive. It wasn't a way for most people getting into the financial market to be able to really afford and learn in that manner. It was really a kind of a higher end service. So we automatically thought, man, a lot of people are missing out on really important knowledge that they should have. And the other thing was, so much of that was noise. I mean, there was so much information in there of stuff we would never really do. So we started to boil down our trading strategies into a handful that we thought would be extremely easy for us to understand. And we wrote a rule book and, did some back testing and kind of got everything dialed in. In the middle of that, we decided, hey, you know what we should do now that we've got this all ironed out and figured out? We did a bunch of testing, and we were doing our live trading and doing our paper trading and everything. Like, this is actually really easy to understand. It's very simple, right? So once we built that together, we decided, why don't we take on a few clients to help mentor them on just these few basic things, right? We had kind of got that figured out, so we wanted to teach them that and do a few test runs and bring some people in, some friends and family, and really kind of teach them our angles to see if the way we were explaining it was understood very well. Once we had that test case, we got great reviews. We then turned that into a training program, and then the course built from there. We spent a couple years teaching these courses from our home office here in Salt Lake City, and then we eventually turned around and recorded them and got them up online. So we decided that after we had built a program that seemed like it was really working for us, that we should share that knowledge. Most people, once they find a niche, they don't really share that information. And we thought we could do it at an affordable, for a really low dollar amount, considering what we paid. People shouldn't have to pay $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 for a basic financial education. They should be able to trade in the markets for a reasonable cost. So we thought we could take that to market, and that was kind of an area that was missed. And so far, it's been really successful.